Cool.
Oh, have fun.
Open.
What do you got, Laura?
The one-handed entry.
It's a mini chair for a mini butt, isn't it?
That's almost big enough for Barbie.
All right. Look at that. Now you can sit and open. Sit down. Come over and sit down. Sit down in a chair. Sit in a chair.
Sit down, Jace.
Sit.
Perfect.
Oh, it's nice to take the load off your feet.
All right.
I'm gonna scoot over. I can't sit down.
I gotta get those.
Okay, somebody else got open now.
Thank you.
Look at what a good kid. He's reading the tag. What a good kid.
Who's it from, Jason?
No, I'm not saying that.
Wouldn't that be scary if we told you?
Very good. You need a new one for the new year.
Say thank you.
Well, what happened, Brad? Did you quit with him?
Well, I'm not going to have them open all of them now.
Yeah.
Sure,
Rip and tear.
That's a lovely picture.
Go open.
What?
You do all in red.
All in red there, and
Oh.
surrounded by
Just
presents.
a Kodak moment. Lori.
Go open another one.
Yeah, open that other one. That one's for me. I thought
Jim.
Jim.
Hi, Brian.
that other one there.
What? I love you all the time.
You take your face. Show us what you look like before you got braces. Here, your braces.
I have a book too if I could.
Read the ticket.
This is from my tree.
Okay.
Okay, open this one then. Open this one.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Brian.
Grandpa?
Merry Christmas, Brian.
Okay.
Open
You're a
it.
good boy,
Barbara.
Brian.
This is from
I
Barbara.
know that.
I won't go that far, Brian.
Come on, you open that one.
This is ridiculous.
This is neat. I love this one.
When you see how it works, it's the cutest darn thing. I almost want to keep it myself.
You always wanted one of those, didn't you, Bud?
Brian, you press the one.
Friends and have all that neat stuff when I was little.
Oh, Jason, dude.
We had paper bags with clothespins to play with. What you do, I'll show you. Just a small.
Paper bags with clothes.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Brian. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I love you.
Say I'm a good boy.
I love you.
Say I'm a good boy.
I love you.
Say I'm a good boy.
You're a good boy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For space management.
Maybe
I mean, we don't have any space.
You're on.
Do you like them?
Laurie,
Do you like the color?
Let's raise up now.
you open your Barbie.
Those are funny. Those are.
Sorry, man.
If you can,
Jason, buddy.
well, her clothes, you can do different things with it.
Wait, I'm taking this out of the box. Okay. Where's Grandpa?
Are you nervous?
We're gonna
Girlfriend told me to, because that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, we keep them.
Jeanette and Ken, they recycle Christmas cards.
Leon's been doing that for...
That's where I got the idea from. What's the Santa back?
We finally got a red Christmas card.
Happy
That's
holidays. I love you. Carrie,
Go on.
Mikey.
Come on, how do you open this
What's
thing?
that, Jason?
Oh, Jason.
Now we're gonna
He's got
What
the
in
fingernail.
the
Like
world is
this.
that?
There you go. Look.
Oh, he just needs a little help. It should be lots of fun.
Oh, box.
You may need a little help on this one
He'd
here.
probably have a good time in the box, too.
Yeah, we need a little pocket knife or something. Oh, excuse me? Let me do that.
Thank you.
What is it, Laurie? Oh, alright.
Come on, Jason. Oh no, Truck. Jason, what do you say,
When you get
Jason?
tired, you can sleep.
That's all you need to say, Jason. That's it.
Oh, your blue daddy's toy all ahead. heck, I bought him a Tonka truck. This thing
Sneeze.
never
Say
about this big. Now, this is twice as big.
Say sneeze.
You can't ride on it.
Look at that.
You're rideable.
Say thank you. Hey, you say no. Say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Jason. You don't know how welcome you are.
Get that box out of the way so you can
Full body lift.
There's more presents. You can't trick me.
Doors are open.
Dad, would you like to take care of this, Dad?
This is how you open it. Here. Oh, this is really neat. You say thank you to
Yeah.
Scott.
You want one?
Take care of this?
That's why I was hoping to
Connie?
read
Ladies?
this thing.
Connie?
Oh, see, there's
Connie?
Tina with her pretty kind of wrap again.
It's been a while since we've had a poem.
Okay, not yet, not yet, not yet. Ready? Go.
Okay, can we get a light on him over here?
Yeah,
A
let's
Christmas poem number 412, 20th Century Anonymous. Many times in the Christmas season, poems are written without any reason, and strange gifts are given at other times that require explanations in the form of rhymes. Still other times the gift's a special one, and a poem is used just to add to the fun. But even though poets don't like to boast, it is this type of poem that we really like most. What if it doesn't arrive? It was Leon's great fear. She was right, of course, your gift isn't here. Yes, this type of poem, as in Christmas past, has only been written to cover our note to reader. Please disregard the previous two lines. Clever. Yes, this type of poem, and I hope you won't mind, has only been written to cover our behind. It should arrive in a week or maybe a few, then your 5 wood will be back all shiny and new. Oh, for crying out loud. How about that?
Did you ever miss that?
No, I really didn't. I had
Okay, I'm getting Go. This is Kim and Scott.
I don't know what it
I'm getting too old for this,
open
Rebecca. You gotta respect your elders.
this button.
You gotta just develop a little help and respect for your elders.
You weren't passed out,
Okay,
but
now you can put that back in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
you
Didn't
had
quite
Donna.
catch that?
You had Donna and
No, we're gonna hand them all out first.
Oh, there you go. Bye.
Oh boy. All right. What do you say, Jimmy?
Grandma's over here, and Grandpa's over there. I don't know.
Do you like her? You're welcome.
What about Grandpa's over there? Why don't we open some more?
You got that. Screen.
Here, how about if I help you get this part
Oh,
off?
right, Jason.
This is
Cash
from
Let's see a card. Calculator.
Randy and Gina and Jason have a receipt pad. Jason, stay here.
What's that on
What is that on top, Jimmy? Is that an ornament? Rick, you don't have a...
Grandpa does.
What are you Come on. Here, grab it right here. Attaboy.
That other one goes with it too.
What? This one?
Yeah, no.
This one?
Yeah. It's all part of it.
Okay. That is not open.
It's open.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh boy, that is hot.
Gordon's over there.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, cowboy hat.
And what's this? Well, yeah. What is that?
Timmy the
Well,
kid.
sure.
Timmy the
kid. Hey, Jim.
Jason, look here.
Jim.
Connie, over here.
Right here.
Connie, all the way.
Give him a yippee-o, yippee-i-o-ki-yay.
Right here, you're welcome.
No, I didn't. That is so fun. Okay, come here. I think I did this right. I don't know. Oh my goodness sakes.
He's gonna have
Well, these are West.
Yeah, we're gonna need them.
South Central right here.
Slide it.
These are good. In fact, I never have one. In fact, he wanted these last year, and we had the hardest time trying to find them. We didn't get them last year because we couldn't find them.
Okay, why don't you take it off?
Okay, Uncle Rick is
This
gonna
was the
fix it.
exact kind I wanted.
But look, open this one. This is from Brian.
And then the other one, then the other one.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Oh, you're welcome, Grandma. I made the cover. And I made it.
Hey, Jim. Hey, Jim, come here.
Making homemade.
Come here, and I'll put these on.
You better eat it all.
Dude, you're just gonna be the cowboy guy, huh?
It's needle frosted.
When you're done, go over there behind Patty and take some pictures of Danielle opening too.
Well, Jimmy, now you have to open this one. You know what this is for?
The camera up there.
This is for because if you're an outlaw. See, sure, you're Yes? You know? Okay, then we'll do this one.
How does the horsey go? How does the horsey go? Does it run?
Uh-oh, he's all bent out, Gina. However.
Jimmy the kid.
And now open this one. Open this one. I bet I know what this is. Oh, boy, you got to.
Just a sec.
Done like before.
We got the scarf thing down.
Jim. Yeah.
Open this one.
Yo, Jim.
Open this one.
We thought of you guys, and we said, nah.
Wait a minute. You have to pull the paper this way.
No, I bet the horse.
Thank you.
What is it,
Is it
Jim?
a horse for you?
It's a horse to ride.
Hey!
Squeeze the ears.
Go, Jimmy. Hey!
Donna, show him how to do it.
Me show him how to do it?
Oh, that's great.
Skip, Jimmy, you skip with it like that.
Yeah, like that. How funny.
Now ride it, Jimmy.
You gotta pinch it.
No, this side.
And then in the garage,
Not really, but this is.
we're playing, all of a sudden he dropped the stick and said, it's a fight. I swear, I'm lying up dying. He dropped the stick and started to hit me. Threw off the gloves.
Yeah.
That's funny. It sounds like amazing, I swear. No. It's like one of those things where you've done that, and I've probably done that 100 times to him, joking, and all of a sudden
Hey, that's a pretty cool horse.
Oh, wow.
That's a girl's one.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
You want to put your horse, tie your horse up over here while you open some more presents? I'll watch him so he doesn't.
That is so perfect. I can't believe it. Okay, we'll put this right here so that
Wait. I'm camera.
it's a flying horse. Is it magic?
Explain the rules.
Hey!
Mike, have you opened anything, Dave?
No,
No, I've been busy.
No, I'm talking about that, Mike.
What mic?
Oh, you open it later, not right now.
Then yeah.
Brian?
Brian.
Yeah, the other mic.
Oh, Jason, that is not the
Brian, Mike, that's
Wait a minute. No. He wants one. Don't give him any.
How to get the tipped over?
I know, he opened it.
Wait a second. You have one here. No. Nowadays, though, you either eat that one or I'll take it away. Well, Jim, looks like you got enough cards now. No, you don't. That's your candy. Look at all this stuff you got.
Hey, Lord. That's probably enough. Grandma doesn't like it, but I'll try to do it. He can run fast because his legs move.
I gave it to you either early or late.
Yeah, I can see that. That's belly to the ground, boy. Your boots are gathering up dust.
That thing is moving. Not get your gun opening stuff and getting all the
So she's standing here.
Oh, where did that come from?
We looked all over that stuff. Couldn't find them.
Look at yours.
We found
My,
stupid.
my audio, it just has a left and right.
I wanted
The little
these.
plastic
Yours only
one.
has one.
Little plastic.
So I think I need like
Yeah.
yeah.
He's got a little pretend, tool set that he uses, and it has a.
Gee, thanks.
I guess it was the one you gave. It has a square with it, and he uses that as a
He's back.
little drill, axes, and got
Good job.
There was a daddy flashlight.
I think if I just do it right, you can do it
Big up over it.
Right here taking your picture.
Whoa.
You got me.
I always say,
Oh no! Son of a gun.
Good. That was my first attempt. This girl at work makes it all the time, and I went over to her house, and she taught me how to make it.
Ride him, Jimmy.
Huh? Actually, it's not really easy. I was surprised. You put it in a cookie sheet with wax paper, and then it's just butter.
Jimmy, you have to hold that with one hand and hold the pole with the other hand.
Hold the pole with your hand.
Jimmy,
Jim.
hold the
That
pole with
Karo
one hand.
light syrup,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Now
That's
go.
what makes the base. You just stir it and it gets dark like that.
Go like
You
this.
put the walnuts in it, chopped walnuts.
Look, what's this?
And then the
Oh,
chocolate
Jim.
is just... Jimmy, come here. Jimmy, play with these trucks right here. These we're gonna wait till we get home because it might get lost.
They're yours, guy.
Hey, 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 hey.
Oh, you press the button. It's on.
make his own?
No. Ask him about Mary.
Jason Robert Johnson.
Right here, where we can start with David. So,
Yeah.
Dashing through the
Jimmy. Come here. Tell you something. Okay.
Put it in your pocket.
Red Rose 3.
I think they're doing red roses. Sounds that way.
we're doing Away to Manger. This will be your Away to Manger.
What's coming up?
Away to Manger.
Thank you very much. Filming the Western Sea Time.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a week.
You want a cup?
I don't know, Jim. I think I'm trying to cut down.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for the
Bye, Gina.
dishes.
Yeah.
Picnic style tea.
Don't pour the tea on the floor.
Got a nice shot of Kevin's fingers.
Too many teacups. That's not a You better wash the dishes.
You know any trail songs? Whoa! Big fella.
Played this thing for 10 years. The billboard met my eyes, and what was on that old billboard would make you laugh and cry. The wind and rain and all washed that old billboard away. But what was left on that old board would make it seem to say, come smoke the Coca-Cola tomato cigarette. See Lillian Russell's wrestle with Boston Castorets. Pork and beans will meet tonight in a finish fight. Chauncey Dew will lecture on tonight.
Jimmy, no.
Say rum is good for horses. It is the best in town. Peroni cures the measles. You pay $5 down. Teeth extracted without pain costs a half a dime. Overcoats are selling high, but slightly out of time. What the heck is this? I thank you for your kind applause. I think it was romantic. But I won't sing my fool head off because I got good common sense.
Pretty much you learn one, you learn them all.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the words, it's the tough part.
How does the tune of that go?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but how does it
Tall,
start?
slim, six. Six,
Six,
sapling. Blossom up at
six,
3.
tall, slim, six.
Your song.
I haven't even thought of it.
I remember this when I was on
Huge multitudes.
What was the greatness to these? I thought that's what the greatness to these was the man
Courtney
Courtney.
name, yeah, but the biggest one is man by the name of
We smell a king. Yeah.
We're just gonna wash a few plates, okay?
Some of them bring, some of them don't.
But the bravest of heart, the rams of the strong.
You're like concentrating so heavy on that.
Now, heroes were plenty and well known to fame.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
But the bravest,
Did you get one yet?
I don't remember. Was Abdullah Amir. One day this bold Russian had shouldered his gun and donned his most truculent sneer. Downtown he did go where he trod on the toe. Abdullah Amir. Young man, quoth Abdul, has life grown so dull that you wish to end your career?
We have to put them over.
Vile infidel, no, you have trod on the toe of Abdul Amir. Said Ivan, my friend, your remarks in the end will avail you but little, I fear. For you ne'er will survive to repeat them alive, Mr. Abdullah Amir. Then this bold Mameluke drew his trusty skaboot with the pride of Allah Akbar.
Getting dead right now.
And with murderous intent he ferociously
Then
went
we can
for
put that
Advent
away.
Savinsky Savar. What's the rest of it?
Yes.
All comes back to
Something
you.
about them fighting and
and Ivan Savar. The Sultan rode by in his red-breasted
Where's my tea? Where's my tea now?
They put it away.
Put away.
You just have cookies now.
Last tip.
Czar Petrovich, too, with his spectacles,
Danielle, are you going to empty the water in the sink?
he arrived just in time to his
Ah, no.
last
Is there real water in there now? Let's see if it's still.
Before Daniel opened his presents, he sent a letter to Thomas. Before Mom and Dad opened.
Who is Thomas?
Thomas, that's him and
Thomas Green.
Thomas Green.
It's Austin Miller.
And you're just gonna have to listen to it because Daniel spent a lot
thought
of
his
time.
last name was Green.
And
No, it's Austin Miller Green.
so it'll take a few minutes to read it.
Okay.
Daniel will work hard on it.
You guys have
Okay, let's turn off the phonograph, please.
Just speak up.
It's music.
I can't yell above that.
Background music.
Let's just play Grandma's little game, and for the purposes of this letter, be Thomas and Daniel. Boy, do we have a surprise for her. After the fun Christmas party at Grandma's and Grandpa's, I decided to write to you. We really need to get acquainted. Grandma says there's nothing so important as sharing our thoughts with each other. I sure got a boot out of that party, hearing all the laughing and those great songs and everything. Come to think of it, our moms probably got a few boots from us also, but then they don't mind. You heard how they talk about us, all mushy and lovey-dovey. They sure are anxious to get us born, and Grandma says they will be great mothers. I guess I'm anxious too, but on the other hand, it's awful warm and cozy. Now, about all those Crosley relatives that were at that party, Uncle Rick, that's your grandpa, thinks he's a cowboy, but Grandma, that's your great-grandma, says he is not and never has been a real cowboy. He talks a lot about
Those are fighting words. Who is this kid?
He talks a lot about when he was on the trail, but Grandma says he never was on the trail. He does have a lot of cowboy paraphernalia, though, like guns, spurs, western clothes, and stuff. And he can ride a horse. He sure is happy to be getting his first grandson, even though he says he's too young to be a grandpa. He will probably be one of those old fools about you. Like Grandma says my grandpa is about all his grandkids. Grandma says...
middle-aged fools.
Grandma says he's a mighty fine young man and will be a super grandfather and a super uncle. Then there's my Aunt Connie, your grandma. Grandma says she's a beautiful person, doing all kinds of things for the family, like cooking and sewing. She also does a whole bunch of religious stuff, like praying and helping people, working at church and stuff like that. Oh yes, she's also a nurse, and I know that's important because Grandma tells everyone about it. Grandma says that she'll be a real pigeon. I think that's the female for being an old fool. They're both good for us. Then we come to Kim, my cousin. Of course, you already know her very well because you live with her, being that she's your mom. She's a school teacher, and that's why I know how to use all those big words like paraphernalia and stuff. Grandma says she's also a beautiful lady. And by the way, she's married to your father, Scott, who Grandma says is a mighty fine young man. Grandma also says he's a mighty handsome man. Your mom thinks he looks like Rhett Butler. I'm not sure who Rhett Butler is, but I think he was an old boyfriend of your mom. Anyway, he sure is anxious to be a father and Grandma says he'll be a mighty fine one. The house was full of Crosby cousins. My cousins, that is, your aunts and uncles. There's Brian, who Grandma says is ever so smart and a mighty fine young man. He must be because he thinks all the bad stuff teenagers do to wreck their lives is really dumb. Also, he gets real good grades and he can even do algebra and play the guitar. Grandma says that he has a super sense of humor. Lauren, you know who she is. She played the keyboard part of the time at the party and is a very talented person. Grandma says she is also a beautiful young girl. She dances ballet like my mom. My other cousins, Mike, Donna, and Rick were there also. In fact, they are one of the reasons that Grandma and Grandpa are determined to have that particular family tradition party continued. It has something to do with my Uncle Jim. I'm not just sure what, but I don't think Grandma and Grandpa know either. Even though Uncle Jim and someone called Mammo are now with the Lord, I'm sure you and I will get to know them because Uncle Rick and my dad will tell us stories about them. Grandma says that Uncle Jim was a feisty, yet overly sensitive one, and that Mammo was a tough old gal and also a very great lady. That lady who played the guitar is Mike's girlfriend, Patty. Darn my voice. Grandma says that they plan to get married soon, and that better be darn soon, or Grandma says she'll have to take the bull by the horns and have a talk with Mike. Grandma is always saying that about the bull, and I really haven't figured it out. I haven't really figured out what that means, but it probably has something to do with Uncle Rick being a cowboy. Donna is married to Thad, and Grandma says that he's a mighty fine young man, handsome too, although I don't think he looks much like that guy Rhett. He was a super football player until he hurt his knee. And you guessed it, Grandma says that Donna is a beautiful young lady too. That little guy with the cowboy hat and guns is their little boy Jimmy. Then there's Ricky. Grandma says he's a mighty fine young man. He's named after your grandpa Rick, you know. He skis a lot and he's always happy. Grandma says that nothing bothers him. Maybe she should be more like him. She worries too much, you know. Randy and Gina are somehow part of the Crossley gang. I guess because Grandma and Grandpa kind of claim them. Grandma says Randy is also a mighty fine young man, and Gina is a beautiful young lady. Their little boy is Jason. And aren't all the grown-ups crazy about the young ones? Jimmy, Jason, and Danielle. Guess we'll have it made. Fred, your grandpa was there. He could fly, you know. At least everyone was asking him when he flew in. I didn't know humans could fly, did you? Wow, what about all those presents? Grandma and Grandpa were happy with the family this year. Grandma says they usually are jerks because they think they have to spend lots on each other. She's the practical type, you know. I heard her talking to my dad, something about a swing for me. Grandma says the one he wants is ridiculous and not good for me, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Grandma and Grandpa will get it for me anyway. Remember, she's one of those pigeons about her family, and he's the old fool about us, and that's good. Like the time they let Brian have 2 milkshakes and a piece of cherry pie all on the same evening. Geez, what pushovers they're going to be. Did Did you know they have a special jar of suckers for all of us kids? I sure hope they keep it full for us. They probably will, especially if Grandpa has anything to say about it. Among other things, he's the spiritual head of the family. I think that's probably good. He's your great-grandfather, and Grandma says that it is fitting and proper. She uses words like that, you know. That part of his title is great, because he is great. Grandma says greatness is measured by how generous and loving a person is, and that's him all right. He sure is proud of his family. Of course, my dad was there too. Grandma says he's a mighty fine young man. He's also handsome. He was a great Shakespearean actor, you know, and also a dancer in college. Grandma and Grandpa were kind of old when he got born. Grandma says she thought she had a tumor. Boy, am I glad she was pregnant instead. Grandma says he will be a super father. Of course, I can't see him yet very well, so I really don't know what he looks like. But I think he'll be a good dad, because I sure can feel his love. He likes me a lot. So does my mom. Speaking of my mom, Grandma says that she sure is a beautiful person and a perfect match for my dad. She's also one of them Christians, and Grandma's sure glad about that. Grandma says she prayed that my dad would find a Christian girl to marry, so she thinks God helped him to look for her. Grandma says that she also prayed that Uncle Rick would marry a Christian, and he sure did. Would you believe that Grandma's already praying for you and me to marry one too? I don't think much, though, about that yet. I'm too young. I guess Grandma likes to get an early start on things. My mom likes all that theater and dancing stuff. Grandma says that Mom had a hard time, but so did Aunt Connie, getting used to the way my dad's family kids each other all the time, but now she does it too. I sure hope I can hold my own when I get there. Well, Tom, one more thing. Our Crossley family's also religious. Grandma says for people to kindly not call them religious, they are not religious, they're Christians. I sure don't get the difference, do you? But I got a feeling we'll find out in a hurry. Anyway, with all those mighty fine young men and beautiful ladies to raise us, we sure will turn out to be mighty fine, beautiful people. Anyway, Tom, old buddy, I'm just glad that I'm going to be born to all this love. I can't sign this with my real name, because we've got to keep them guessing right up till the last. Your cousin, Daniel. P.S. I guess my letter will be delivered at the Christmas Eve party, probably when they all open gifts. Speaking of gifts, what do you bet that my grandma, she's the practical one, you know, will probably even give me some Pampers. Geez, this sure is a long letter. I guess I take after my grandma. She does kind of talk a lot.
Obviously, we have a child of superior intelligence.
So,
It is for a baby.
Mom, is this a dress or a shirt?
Oh, how did you?
Is this a dress or a shirt?
Stephen Courtney,
I love it, darling. That's
Big guitar.
great. Over leggings.
Stephen Courtney.
Oh, he got one of those too.
Thank you.
A fun gun.
1 minute. This has to
Daniel,
leave this
Sean,
side.
Christina, or Kate? Thank you.
That red one there is for Daniel too.
Okay. Well, Rep, we've got to get it
look
right.
at the back of it so you'll see the name, the fine.
Thank you.
Welcome, honey. You know, if you
Win?
saved all the Barbies that I've given you through the years, you'd have a collection. It would be worth a lot of money. Do you? I think every year.
I'll see that.
Where your car is.
That'll zoom in there.
And get to the present now.
All right. Thank you very much. That's very helpful, Steve. Thank you. Okay. Skater person.
Mom, how in the world did you lace these things?
That's your big present, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Hey, Jason.
Mom, how did you lace these?
Oh my gosh, there's the rose pink, whatever.
Where they found it, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you,
I wanted one of those that aren't any captivity.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, May?
It was getting down to it.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Well, I don't think we haven't looked.
Finally.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
No, it's pink coral.
Oh, boy.
I don't life trying to figure presents out like
I
you
know,
do.
but sometimes I slip and you don't catch it. You slip. I had to pad the box. Sock.
Too hot. You take a sweater off. Oh, what is it on the socks with? Take your sweater off. So what sweater should I open? Baby gonna play drums with Dad? Okay, come on. Hey, let's get your shirt off. Get your sweater off.
I had to pat it
Too
because
hot.
that thing
Let's take
makes
your sweater off.
noise when you move it.
Sweater off. You tired of me beating on things?
Well, there's a whole story behind this.
Tunable drum practice pad.
You're going to New York next week.
Yeah.
And giant chopsticks.
Yeah, I think I know what these are. Where did you get these at?
Music store. I went to a music fair. Me who has no music.
Pro Mark.
So here's the deal.
5 B's.
You don't know. Dear,
Now we're on
dear Mommy and Daddy, you might not believe this, but it's certainly true. These are very useful gifts. You're gonna make me cry, and it's supposed to be for fun. Just because it's a baby.
Read it louder, Kim. I can't hear it.
These are very useful gifts I'm giving to you. And though you may think you look silly in these, I'm here to tell you without them you'll freeze. There's a new schedule for you that I'll soon arrange, and food that I want, and also a change. You'll hear me call 2 or 3 times a night, and you should come running fast to avoid a fight. That's when these gifts will sure come in handy. Without them, you'd probably freeze your fanny. And when you've fed me and changed me and we've rocked for a while, I'll take a last look and fall asleep with a smile. 20th century baby and on.
That's good. Who was the author?
The baby.
The baby.
Just don't ask those questions.
That's from the
Alright,
baby.
Mommy, Daddy.
Oh, just stand right from
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, cute. How'd you get this? Did you make that?
And I expect you to wear them.
yeah, we'll send you a picture.
Oh, how funny.
Where did you get that?
That's great.
Mine has lace. That's how we know it's
Mine
mine.
doesn't have lace?
No, see? That's cute.
Scott, all you need now is one of those nightcaps.
Yeah, good cat.
Remember that one year when you got the red
Yeah.
things with the cap? The emblem made with
Well, I saw that fabric and I said, I've got
That
to do
is
something
cute.
with that.
Excuse me, Jay. Do it again.
Right? definitely starting to go down.